I just got home from basketball training and I've just done these two, both going to Germany, which I thought was pretty cool. One to Simon and one to Joshua. So fellas, if you're listening to this, I really appreciate the support. It's been insane recently, man. Like this morning I had 4 orders, this afternoon 2, yesterday I had 8. So you guys are really, really, supporting me in all of this, which is amazing for me to see. So Simon and Josh, you guys are really, really appreciated. I had work this morning, got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, early shift, home, quick change, take the son to training. I had to help out with the training session there, and now it is 6:43 in the afternoon. I still haven't trained, so after this, straight into the gym and train. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to just keep it simple today. And then I reckon tomorrow, the next 3 days, I'm going to try and do something. Maybe tomorrow also like an easy day. The chest actually surprisingly feeling not too bad, so I'm not sore through the chest. Maybe tomorrow I will be, or maybe a little bit I am. But I wanted to mention that we're getting really, really close towards the end of this Squat Everyday jersey business. So 6 left of the large, 25 of the medium, and extra large is 59. So I'm in the midst of talking to a whole bunch of manufacturers. I've ordered some socks, so money outlay there. Just some quarter length socks, white with just a logo on it. I pulled the trigger on that, and I pulled the trigger on some stickers. I managed to fairly quickly locate some stickers. The stickers are pretty simple, like there's nothing really to them. You just find what you like, I've got the logo, send the logo to them. And the whole process seems to be moving a lot quicker than last time. When I was doing the jerseys, I didn't even have a logo, that could be sent in the right file, in the right format, which is the SVG, which is like a vector graph or something like that. So huge learning experience. Now I feel like I just contact the manufacturers. I'm like, yep, this is what I got, this is what I want. It's a lot easier. The design process for the jerseys was exhausting. And I'm kind of realizing that for the first time now, how exhausting it was. Because the first time around, I wanted the jersey to be nice. I wanted red, I wanted black, I wanted white. And so, yeah, it was a very, very steep learning step with that. And now I'm kind of, like I said yesterday, I'm a bit sad. I mean, there's 6 left of the large and there's no more stock coming in. So once we get through all of this, I'll take all of the money that I find here. And then I start getting samples from manufacturers all around the place. And once I find something that's really, really nice, I am gonna start to invest in some of this stuff to get like 300-400 of something. I don't know. With socks, it's fairly inexpensive. This jersey business was very, very expensive when I think about it. I mean, for some reason, they really, really charge you a lot for a sample. It's like they really don't want you to sample or something. Like for the price of 1 sample, you could probably get 20 of the product in a bulk setting. So it's really interesting how they do that. I was asking one guy yesterday while we were chatting, and he's like, yeah, it's about the mold. It's about setting up the printer. And then once we have your settings, then we save it on file. And then for the real product, for the big quantity, the work has already been kind of half done, whatever that makes sense. So yeah, obviously I can't do everything. I need to pick and choose. I'm kind of leaning towards like a shirt. And some of you guys have been saying to me, like, why don't you just do drop shipping? The thing with drop shipping is like this stuff that I've got here, from Spreadshirt, whatever the website is called, is that you have no input in anything. Like literally, you upload your designs onto whatever website you like, Spreadshirt for me, and then you do it on the computer, and then the customer buys from them, and you have no input. There's no quality control. There's no sampling. There's nothing. Whereas with this, what I'm doing right now, it's like literally, I go back and forth, find what I truly love, and I wash it a few times, I wear it a few times. I'm like, okay, this is good. Let's mass produce it. When I say mass produce it, it's not really that mass production, but. And so when I sell this stuff, I feel a lot better. Like it just feels like this is exactly what I want. It's not just a logo on anything. It's like my logo on something that I really care about. So these jerseys, I put a lot of time into. And when I sell it, there's kind of degree of pride because I truly represent this and I truly have worked for this. You know, this is me. Whereas all the other stuff, it's not really you, like the drop shipping. So I think this is really amazing. And when you guys support it, it really gives me a kick. So both to Germany today, this morning, it was a couple to Finland, I believe, a couple to the States. And yeah, it's going well. So down to 6 large. So if you're on a large and you've ever wanted a jersey, this is probably the last time I'm gonna offer it in this style. And probably I won't do a jersey in a little while because frankly, I don't have $7,000 to send off. This is how much this all cost me, $7,000 up front. And that's including the shipping and the import tax. There's all these surprise things that I had no idea about. Why is the country charging me so much for tax already? I had no expectation about that. So that was a bit of a slap in the wrist when they arrived at the border. Yeah. And it's coming to an end slowly. Pretty cool. So if you bought today, Simon and Josh, appreciate you guys. I forget the names of the fellas in the morning. But anyway, let me get out of here now, go to the garage, warm up, do a squat, and finally try and get some food into me. It's like 7 o'clock and I haven't stopped. I started the day at 6. It's a long day. Anyway, let's get to it. I think things are starting to feel really good for me again. Just a quick warm up today. Warm the hips up and go to a 3-plate squat and just focus on good quality repetitions, good quality movement, and most importantly, assess what's happening. This is something that I'll absolutely love to do. I love to come in every single day. This is part of the Squat Everyday journey benefit, is that every single day you come in and then you have a feel of what the body is feeling like through movement. So if I, let's say, come in today and the hips feeling really, really shitty, then I'm kind of like thinking, okay, things are not good. Maybe I need to do something else to make it feel a little bit better. And so it's like, you know, I always say, you know, in medicine, it's like taking vital signs from a patient. You don't really know what's going on until you do those vital signs, and then you start to kind of develop a trend. Are we good? Are we going down? Are we going up? Like, what's going on? And so these rest days that I call these warm-up days, that's exactly what they are for me. And you know, when you squat that often for a very long time, you start to develop a relationship with each plate on the bar. I know how 60 kilos should feel. I know 2 plates, 3 plates. When 3 plates feels like this, I know how 5 plates would feel. And this is kind of the whole process of all of this. And so today I probably could have done 5 plates, right? But I'm choosing not to do that. I'm going to rest today, tomorrow, and then on Saturday, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's too early. I don't really know. But the hips are feeling freaking amazing. And so when the hips start to feel really, really good, then I start to get confidence. Okay, can I push? Now, the question is always going to be, okay, how long do I need to build up those hips? It's something that's interesting to me. Also, something that's really interesting to me is what caused the hip pain. That's something really interesting, because what really hurt me initially, and which kind of began the downfall of that beautiful period, was the low bar squats. When I did 5x5 with 190, the second time, I believe, oh my God, that night, shit started to really hurt. And it didn't happen after 1 rep max. It didn't happen about, it was essentially an hour or 2 after that session, which means something got pissed off during that session. When things cooled down, the pain started. So, maybe if I can take away the low bar squats and play around with some singles while doing some belt squats, maybe I can kind of do the hip prehab work while also pushing on the weekends occasionally to see how I go. Obviously, if I put low bar squats in, this is when I start to, get really, really in top form to push really, really heavy weights. But that top form costs a lot. And the low bar squats is that huge cost. It just hurts me. Because if I get the low bar squats wrong and the knees cave in a little bit, the TFL absolutely gets destroyed, and then boom, the hip pain starts. So that's something that's floating in my mind right now. Probably, I don't know what's going to happen on Saturday. Probably nothing, maybe something. I don't know. But right now I'm like, okay, maybe I'm feeling
very good right now because that 140 flew and I felt amazing. So let's see how it pans out. I'm very, very happy right now. I'm finally coming out of that freaking terrible, shitty period where I'm in pain, I'm sick, and I'm also like motivation's down. Everything's kind of like caving in on me. But the moment I start to move the bar, train a little bit, get a bit of a pump, I start to kind of feel a little bit better, and then I still feel healthier, and everything starts to kind of happen. And this comes through experience because now I know 100% what I need to do to get healthy. And when I get healthy, then I can move weights that I really want to move, and then I get happy. And when I get happy, then I, start to set PRs, and everything starts to flow really well. It's just amazing how, after so long, after training for so many years in a row, training every day, it's become a habit. And when I break that habit, I start to kind of feel ill effects mentally, emotionally. I don't feel right. You could call it addiction or whatever it is, but it's definitely a big, big part of my life. It's we always talk about this. That really, really overweight person that's 150 kilos, he might feel all right because he doesn't even know what it felt like to be 80 kilos, right? For me, I know exactly how it feels to squat 130, 135 kilos, right? It feels 235 kilos. It feels amazing. It's so recent in my mind. And now I can't even squat 60 kilos without hip pain. That's a freaking sudden change, and it's terrible feeling. It's a terrible bloody feeling. So I know how good I felt a month ago, and I'm comparing it to right now. And straight away in my mind, that's exactly what's going on. So it's good to be back. It's good to be feeling good. And I reckon if I continue this flow, maybe 240 will happen at some point. And, there's another, 2 months left of the year. So it's kind of coming to an end. It will be good to hit 240 by the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe even a little bit higher. Who knows? Let's just do what I know what works, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you, fellas. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.